Solo queue. There's something about it that draws me to it.
Reality check, okay? 2 + 2 is 4. That Star-Lord is ahead.
I'm playing Punisher and I don't care. We have Jay on fucking cringe ass Namor. Listen, I am getting fucked in the ass by a Venom and you walk by him and go, where are my healers?
You know, being able to say that your achievement, not only to say that you achieved your rank, but that you did it yourself is such an amazing feeling, right? You overcame all those challenges to climb up there through your strength alone. That shit just fills me with pride and joy. I don't think it's a revolutionary idea at all, but I do think people downplay the importance of that feeling. After hours of hard work and dedication, being able to finally achieve mastery over something that's important to me, no matter what it is, it just fills me with immense joy. It's literally the best feeling of all time because I can look at my achievement and say, I did that. I made it happen. When I started with Marvel Rivals, it was no different. I was the first one in my friend group to pick up the game. I was the first to start grinding it for real. And throughout my journey to Celestial, which is the end goal, I'm not there yet, I've been able to look back at my achievement after achievement with pride and joy. Just looking at my progress, right? To me, that's all it's about. It's about improvement. That's how I have fun. And I know I'm not alone in that. With that being said, there are some downsides to going through this journey alone. And in this video, I'm going to highlight a few of the risks of solo queuing. Let's get into it. Number 1, teammate roulette. That's what I like to call it, at least. You meet a lot of different types of teammates when you solo queue. Some are trying their hardest to win. Some are not. It's the nature of the game. Although you might lose some games due to your lesser skilled teammates and your non-motivated teammates, it's important to realize that you're the lowest common denominator. Whenever you get bad teammates or trolls on your team, just focus on yourself. I try to figure out what I can do to make a difference in the match regardless of how my teammates are performing, right? There's always something you can do. There's always something you can do. Treat your teammates just like another obstacle. It's just standing in your way. It's not a big deal. Focus on yourself and be part of the solution. It's a common theme, but always be part of the solution and not the problem. Flaming him isn't gonna make him play any better. Yelling at him isn't. Focus on yourself. Number 2, toxic teammates. I'm a competitive player, but I'm not a toxic player. There's a difference. Unfortunately, in solo queue, you might encounter toxic teammates, and that's completely normal. Remember, you're not responsible for how your teammates act or behave. You're responsible for how you act or react to those situations when it comes up. Whenever you encounter someone who's being passive aggressive or toxic to you or your teammates, the first thing you should always do is just mute and report. People play this game to have a good time for the most part. Nobody deserves to deal with like toxic teammates. Like it's stupid. If they can't control their emotions, even if they're competitive, even if they're good, they're kind of useless to you. So just mute them, okay? Mute text chat and voice chat and keep them muted for the whole game. It does not matter if they get better or not. It's a 5v6 now. Behave accordingly. Since it's a 5v6, it means you have to have double the impact of 2 players on your team instead of 1. It's important to value yourself a bit more. Don't throw your life away. Those respawn timers are no joke. Change your playstyle and counter your teammates' negative influence on the game. And that means just because you're solo doesn't mean you have to play solo. You need to, become more of an IGL in situations like this, right? Compliment your teammates when they make a good play, right? That goes a long way, especially if somebody's sitting there just shitting on. Say, hey, that was a great ulti, good play. And if they make a mistake, just be like, hey, it's no big deal. Okay, we got the next one, right? Communicate what you're gonna do and coordinate with your team as well. Hey, I'm charging my ulti. It's at 86%. I'm about to go win. Just something light like that. You don't have to make a whole strategy or whatever. Just let them know what you're about to do, right? Take control of the game. And this might not always work, but that's fine, right? But it's always better to try. And remember, always be part of the solution and not the problem. Number 3, Smurfs, those blue fucks. Listen, whenever you encounter a Smurf, think of it as a challenge, right? Always keep this in mind. They're shitting on you not because they're better than you, but because you're playing worse, right?
What?
There's always something you can do. I love seeing Smurfs on the enemy team. It gives me the opportunity to improve in real time, right? After all, how can I improve if I'm always playing against worse players? Think about it, right? A Smurf is a gift to you, so use it. Take full advantage of this. Listen, I get it. You're kind of focused on winning. You want to win to climb, and the Smurfs are standing in the way of you being able to win, so they're standing in the way and keeping you from climbing. But I'm here to tell you, like, that's not That's not the case. You don't see Smurfs in every match you lose. You're lying if you say you did. Plus, most of the time, people don't Smurf alone, right? They're Smurfing with their friends that are weaker players. So just abuse that. Target the weaker players. Every game is winnable, and there's always something you can do different. So when you encounter a Smurf, treat it like a challenge. Adapt and overcome this challenge. If you lose, just take a break. Have an honest VOD review session, right? Watch the game from your POV, see what you did. Watch the game from the Smurfs POV, see how they did, like what they did differently, and how they were able to counter your counter. There's always something you can learn. There's always something you can do. So focus on that. That's how you improve. All right. That's it for me. That's all for this video. I hope you learned something new. If you have any other tips, share them below and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.